Welcome to Reinventions in Between, your go to podcast for real stories of reinvention that happen between life stages, career changes, and living abroad. I'm Sara Kojula, a life coach, intercultural trainer, and reinvention facilitator, helping people on their quest to what's next. I have reinvented myself a few times, and in the past 20 years, I've collected fascinating stories of change. In each episode, my guests will talk about the why and how they took the leap and seized the opportunity to change their life. You'll hear accents, countries, vulnerability, and hooray! Let's begin. Welcome, everyone. I'm really excited today to have an amazing guest. Welcome, Imma Navazio.
Hi, Sarah. It's lovely to be here today and have nice, beautiful conversation with you. Thanks. Thanks for inviting me.
It's my great pleasure. You will hear why I'm so excited. She has an amazing story to share with you all that are listening. I start by a little introduction and then we go into the juicy questions to learn about her journey. So, Imma is Italian, like I am. We are both sitting in Melbourne, Australia. So, you are going to, I believe, understand a little bit how this reinvention could come about. She is currently the office coordinator and executive assistant to the CEO at Spectrum Migrant Research Center, such a topic dear to my heart. With this role, she is able to blend her organizational skills and commitment to support migrants and refugees. She is also managing operation, coordinating office logistics, and support governance initiatives. But she's also very active as a volunteer role, I suppose,
Ye- yes.
with Rise Project, and she will tell us more about what she's doing during the conversation. But I'd like to start immediately um, by asking her what what happened, why she had to reinvent herself.
Yes. Thanks, Sarah. Beautiful introduction. I really love it. Okay, so my reinvention began in 2018 when I moved to Australia with my family. The transition was no more than just geographic. It represents a very life shifter. Um, I moved to Australia with my young girl, and when it was my first focus at that time, and was a life shift because I shifted from my life was working full-time mama in my town with surrounding my family, and then I moved to Australia with a very different support. I had relatives who support me at the beginning, so I'm very grateful for that. But I have to rely to my husband, let's say both personal and economic space, and because my really focus was my girl, my first child.
And I suppose this was a very heavy moment from an emotional perspective,
Yes,
transitioning to a country so far away and not having
yes,
much of support and not knowing a culture that you might have guessed or
yes, yes,
known
absolutely.
about, but living in a different country is completely different. And I suppose, what was that challenge?
Okay, so the challenge was physiological and emotional. It was a little bit of understanding what my place was, about whether my skill experience would be translated in this new culture. I had a very also very basic English at the beginning, so try to speak with people and understand their culture was with a very poor English was really hard, and I faced um, a difficult time where I try to be accepted in this space, and also feeling a little bit underestimated. And I was a little bit, it's what was a little bit hard for me navigating this system. Was really hard.
Mm.
And yeah, it was very emotional. It was really hard. It was really hard for me, physiological and emotional. I was very struggling at the beginning, at least for a year. The first year was very hard.
Thank you for sharing this vulnerability. But I bet you are touching a soft spot in many people because we all felt that way at the beginning. When moving to a new country, we basically lose all our certainty
Yes.
and reference point.
Yeah.
And it is a very challenging moment. And also from a culture perspective, we don't know all the codes, and it's a big moment of learning. And even if you feel confident, or if you are a very outgoing and confident person,
Yeah.
in a new environment, it completely changes. And
Uh,
as you said, you start questioning a lot your capacity in different contexts.
yes.
But you were strong because listen to you speaking now and what kind of role you are into professionally. So if we look at the in coaching, life coaching, we use these tools where they are very simple ones, but very powerful because they are basically highlighting our strengths. And so if we look at the values, or you might call them priorities or core beliefs inside ourselves. And if we are aligned to those gems and strong points for ourselves, we are able to almost achieve anything. So
Yeah.
in your questionnaire, you talk about perseverance and resilience. Of course, these
Yes.
are two great values. Do you want to tell us more how those values played a big role for your transition?
Okay. At the beginning, after this phase of try to understand where I am, what is my place, and I have to adapt and be very very focused on my next step. So that was my perseverance and resilience. So I said to myself, I need to understand what it's my next step, and try to make myself goals, and try to learn quickly, adapt, and apply my existing skills in a familiar context. So having a little bit apply emotional intelligence, empathy, and problem solving were very essential. And this is allow me to navigate more in both professional and personal life, because it was not only the professional plan, but also how to my day to day, my interaction with the people, try to be more familiar with the Australian and the other culture, and connect and try to open my network, not only with Italian, because it was around my comfort zone, but I think if you decide to move in another country, you need to meet and understand what is your current place and what is their needs and how you best connect with them.
That's a very great tip and suggestion. I always I love your approach. I always recommend to um, even to basically branch out and reach out to new group of people, because even though it is initially helpful to stick to your own community, it
Yes.
might be isolating at the end, because it is your bubble and you are not going out and find the opportunities that you need in the in the new country. And what you did was great. Exactly how to find opportunities in the country and in the professional market you're looking into.
Yes, definitely, definitely, because you're right, you're perfectly right, because you don't have to lose your connection of your country, so you still feel connected and have your connection with Italian community. But I think what makes the best of the migration journey is the mix of stay on the ground with your community Italian, but also grab what the new place, what the gift, because it's a gift for you. So stay in this country and connect with the Australian and the other community, because I think also being this country in Australia is even more powerful, because we are not only have Australian people here, we have also other community, a lot of different community present.
A lot of cultures around us,
Yes,
definitely. And
yes, yes,
this is one of the aspects that I love about this community with so many cultures around us. Well, in Melbourne, I've never lived in Sydney and Brisbane, but I can certainly say that Australia is a multicultural country.
yes, it is. It is.
And I love it. It just feeds my curiosity, and every
Yes,
day.
yes, and Sarah, sorry I've stopped you. So I think curiosity is the other one, one of the other skills that you certainly need to be part of yourself. So always be curious, because this is what makes you in the next step of everything you do.
Yes, tell me more about curiosity. How do you
Ah.
use it?
Yeah, I never stop thinking. I always want to learn more about the people I am fond of me, the place I have around. And that's what I try also to teach to my daughters. Never stop to open your mind and be curious, or what is the situation in front of you, or what are what the opportunity are.
Exactly right. So this is the great approach that allows you to see different things around you and connect with what is possible just outside the door. And I wanted to go back a little bit to what you said before, um, because I often stress the importance of looking at ourselves and what are our personal experience. Um, and what we carry, and I call it this invisible suitcase or luggage,
Yeah.
because what we have learned over the years and every experience we go through, they become assets for ourselves, and we use in different ways, in different capacity as well. In this context, for example, by you being a migrant, so migrating to Australia, how are you able to use your own experience to support the people that arrive in your profession?
Oh, okay. So be a lived experience person makes you uh, the perfect fit for the people who come to Australia and need support. So understand what they've been through, the difficult situation in adapting in a new place, new language, new culture, navigate through the let's say the medical system, the school system, and in a different place that they've been able to navigate. I think what I also try to support them is uh, listen to them and just give some suggestion the best as I can. But I think be a life experience person help you to understand, easily understand, and what they are going to through, and we, as I said before, be empathic,
Mm.
be in their shoes, help. On the other hand, they are feeling understand. They're feeling that you understand their journey, and they are very grateful for that.
Oh, beautiful words. I really
Yeah.
was thinking about that. How
And
they are.
and yeah, you become a point of support, and but I just want to be honest, it's a gift that you received when you give them back.
Mm, this is so beautiful. I love it.
Thanks, Sarah.
Um, I really love how exactly we are able to impact others by just sharing what we've been through and having that empathy um, to allow them to be seen and understood. And
Yes,
you are in that very moment, and that's a soft skills, soft skill. You're just building trust, and
yes,
they feel connected, and that's a powerful point of start for every newcomer that has no connection and no point of reference, as we said at the very beginning.
yes, yes,
They feel that they can rely, and there are resources that they can help to build their own life, a new life in a new country.
yes,
Um,
definitely.
that's really beautiful. I wanted to ask you if you can share a little bit with our listener if it was difficult to find a job at first in Australia, if you had a specific help to put you through the job market, if you use some mentors or coaches, if you have,
Yes,
you,
yes.
yes, please.
Okay. Yeah, it was really difficult. I want to be really honest. It's, I try to do a volunteer job to improve my English and to try to understand the market. Then I was able to, I'm honest. I started from the very basic line because I think what is really important is okay, having a higher score, it's really important. It will help you to be there, but you need to be very patient because here the market is full. We've got a lot of people with great skills, and what makes you different, and the fact that you need to understand that there is a process that you need to go through. And what happened? Yes, absolutely. Um, I started with working with in admin because I said, let me try to understand because you need really to understand what it's around you, what the people work, the way to work, and then at one point I understand that probably it was time for me to um find a coach. So I've been coaching from a lovely lady, Italian, because yes, my English was better than before than when I moved to Australia, but I really needed to have someone who talk your language and
Mm.
maybe if you want to share particular piece of your life or want to explain by the topic, it's easier in your language, let's be
And talk
honest.
about emotions as well.
Yes, yes. And was a really good one because she helped me to understand my what I want to be and what were my next step in my career. And then after that, I had I think a couple of mentors in Australia also that supported me in my journey. One is a lady that she's not here in Australia anymore. She came back to Italy, and the other one is my current manager, so the CEO of this organization, was really strong woman, and she support me so much.
That's great to hear. So I think it's also encouraging for everyone who is listening um, to trust that we can find great people on our journey that will facilitate and enable our progression.
Yes. Yes,
And
Sarah, and sorry to interrupt. I just want to reinforce this message. Australia is a different way to support your professional journey. And I think mentorship or coaching are a really good one. So in Italy, I didn't have, yeah, absolutely, Sarah. In Italy, I didn't have any, I never been through, but it was a different story. Here, I continue to have, and what I'm doing now, I'm trying to mentor people because I think it's really important when you see someone who's struggling and we need support. It's not to be, it doesn't need to be official, but with your sharing your experience or just to try support them to navigate in their journey, it's something that it makes them a huge difference. So very, very supportive of the mentorship and the coaching side.
And yes, thank you for the praise on our profession. I think it's great also um, to allow yourself to learn and discover more, especially when you are in a foreign country. So in every country I've lived, I learned something new about the system that could be helpful. And it was that curiosity that you said before, you mentioned before, that really allow me to embrace something that was new, which is not always negative just
No,
because it's new. So all
yes,
these tools and resources that we come about to discover, we just need to be playful, curious, and learn how to embrace new things and implement. And you talk about experimentation as well in when I ask you about tips and suggestions that you could give to any other who is listening in the same situation about reinventing their career or their life.
yeah. So I think you need to trust your instincts. You need to embrace discomfort because it's normal. It's it's not nothing is perfect, and then take bold steps. Uh, it's it's part of the journey, navigate uncertainty and the ability to learn very quickly. And as I said, be creative, be curious. And the other thing is, if you fail, is not a bad thing.
Mm.
It's a learning from you for you, and you need to um, digest your fail, understand what's done wrong, and then makes the next step. And the other thing is, if always say, if you never try, you never know. So don't stop yourself. Don't, yes, yourself to be able to say why if I'm doing this. So don't stop. Don't stop. Don't feel um, that you don't have the power. You can do it different in a different way, but you're a strong person. You never think that you are less than the other, and you are special as you are, and you are doing your best. Your best can be different from the other.
That absolutely true. I love that you mentioned these and self-worth and confidence and validation are three very important topics that come when we talk about reinvention or changing career or changing country. What is your biggest learning since you embark on your new career?
Um, my biggest learning is um, what I mentioned earlier. If you fail, it's not a big deal.
Mm.
That's my my biggest learn in the professional setting, and especially because I was coming from a background where you have always to be on top of everything. So you must fail was not part of my personal, professional, and personal.
Mm.
Um, yeah,
Very powerful. Very powerful. Thank you.
you're welcome.
I have a question that is not on the questionnaire and on purpose. It's a surprise at the end of at, at the episode. I always like to
Okay.
ask if you remember the movie Sliding Doors with
Mm,
Gwyneth Paltrow.
yes, yes.
What do you think about that movie? And if you think about with the perspective on your own story and journey, do you have any regret?
Uh,
Or if things went differently? What's your take on that?
okay, so I think I was a little bit crazy when I made this decision. I really didn't understand what was the impact in my personal life and family.
Mm.
If I was, so if I could change anything, maybe try to, be a little bit more proactive.
Mm.
But this is was part of the journey. At the beginning, I had a very difficult year. It was a really big change. So but it was part of my journey. So I couldn't and I don't regret anything because I think what happened in my life was a gift. So it's a gift. So what I am now, I think is the best a part of myself. It really reinvent myself. I am really grateful for the decision me and my husband made because is a really gift for my family, and I really hope that my daughters will appreciate this in the future.
Amazing, for sure. We are not completely aware about all the impact that we have on ourselves and on others, um, but we do. Uh,
Yeah, we
and
do. We are a role model for them. So
Absolutely, not just our children, but today you've been a great role model for everyone who is listening to this podcast episode because your story is really encouraging, inspiring, and there's a lot of gems and insights about your courage, your competencies as well, and
thanks.
your resilience and ability to take on board new challenges, and
Yes,
you've been rewarded. So do you want
yes.
to tell us how you were honored to receive a scholarship? Do you want to talk about it?
Yes. So I've been awarded as a scholarship of Women's on Board personal career um, um, yeah, course, sorry.
Management,
Yes.
cultural
Uh,
diversity.
yes, that was really a surprise for me because, as I said, if you never try, you never know. So I went through the Women's on Board on LinkedIn, of course, because I think this is a suggestion for the people who are listening, especially in a professional. Um, in professional career, LinkedIn is a really good is the powerful platform you need to be in to pick up all this great opportunity. So I went through the Women's on Board website. I checked, and there was an application for scholarship for diversity and so-called women, and I'm part of as English is my second language. I made an application and I won. And the experience, thanks, Sarah. And the experience was amazing because, uh, let's say, a middle management women, called women coming from a different country with English is not your language. I was in the room with amazing women with a strong career of in management and board, and I was able to learn from them. So this course went in 2 days in person in Melbourne and 5 sessions in online. And they support me to understand how was my next step in my career, and it was amazing, amazing. So I really say to the women who are listening now, try, because if, as I said, opportunity will come. If you don't open the door and look around and say, "Oh, what is this?" A big curiosity, so that will help you to open the door and walk in the room.
Oh, this is amazing. And congratulations, really. I'm so proud to hear. And for sure, the more we invest on ourselves, the more we uh, don't dare about judgment and say we can try and invest on our growth, the more
Yes,
we will be rewarded. And there are opportunities, especially here in Australia, I'd say,
yes,
to be in spaces that we wouldn't be able probably in different countries. So
no,
that's for sure leveraging and the opportunities that we are offered. It was an amazing episode. Thank you so much, Imma, for sharing your story. Would you like to, would, would you be able to share your email address if anyone wants to get in touch with
absolutely,
you?
absolutely, Sarah. Please, if you want to ask any question, or just chat, because I'm a chatter person, so I
Oh,
love
no.
chatting, and
Nice.
ask any question, or yeah, absolutely. Please share, Sarah. I just want to thank you, Sarah, for this amazing time and giving me the opportunity to share my personal experience. I think having professional people like you, it's really important for women and men, of course. But I'm a woman, so I want to encourage women who feel yes. Paul. So women like her, we've been through this journey to don't be afraid, uh, be very open and contact the mentor and the coaching, because they really support you in your professional journey.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Sarah.
much. Thank you. That's really great to hear. And of course, uh, I'm going to put the link on the episode show notes. Also, people might connect with you on LinkedIn, and so we
Yes,
can extend this network of
absolutely.
amazing women, Italian women in Australia, but not just Italian. It's a multicultural space that I really love, and let's go from there.
Thanks.
Anyone who wants to follow up, just connect with Imma. And if you like this episode, please leave a review, click follow, and we will be able to bring more people amazing stories and so many insights that can impact everyone on their journey. Thank you so much. And thank you, Imma, for being our amazing guest today.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you again for your time. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your number one takeaway from the conversation with my guest? We would love to hear your comments. You find all the links in the show notes. If you're curious about reinvention, go download my free guide, Your First Steps. Don't forget to hit subscribe where you listen to your podcast, and you get inspired on how you can navigate change in your own life. Find more information and resources at between-cultures.com.